Hi there, this is Jennifer with Brome Fields, and today is day 9 of our 100 days of knit stitches. And today's stitch is called Sand Tracks. This is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I didn't even know it had a name. This one I did a little differently because I gave it a border, so I put 3 stitches on either side so that the cable didn't end right at the last stitch. So I wanted it to hang over just a little bit. So this stitch, or this swatch, is even bigger. I cast on 30 stitches because I wanted to repeat the pattern twice so we have a really good example of what it looks like when we're all finished. On row 1, I went ahead and I did a knit 1, purl 1, and then I knitted a knit 1 row, and then I knitted a row, and then I started the pattern. Which you want to cast on in multiples of 12. So I have 24 stitches for the pattern, and then I have 6 for the border. So it's just a little bit different than the actual repeating pattern. You'll just take those 3 stitches off either side. But let's go ahead and get started. This one has cabling in the front and the back. So if you're new to cables, you will get both front and back cables all at once. So we're going to knit 3 for the border. And then we're going to cable 6 in the front. So it's a 6 stitches total. So we're going to take 3 stitches off. We're going to hang them in the front. And then we're going to knit 3. And this is where we create the cable. Now this back, I want to pull that out a little bit because I don't want to lose those stitches or worry about them while I'm knitting these 3 off of the cable. All right, so that is, I call it C6 front. So it's cable 6 front. And then we're going to knit 6 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to repeat. So that's what this pattern, this row is. You're going to cable 6 front and knit 6 and repeat. Slip the 3 off into the front. We're going to knit 3 stitches. And then we'll twist it a little bit to knit these 3 off of your cable needle. And then that's all I have for this swatch. It's just 2 repeats. And then you're going to knit 6 stitches. And then you would repeat, however, I have the border, so I'm going to knit those last 3 stitches. All right, and then row 2, we're going to purl. Row 3, we're going to knit, and row 4, we're going to purl. I do have to say this is absolutely beautiful. I am so loving it. It's so squishy. This is awesome. Now we're going to purl a row. So there's 3 rows in between the cable rows. Our next row will have more cables on it. Something right there. It never fails. Wow, that was really in there. It never fails that whenever I go back, I find one of those. I don't ever find it again until I'm wearing it or something and it pokes me. So I found it just better to get it while I'm knitting. All right, so the next row, we're going to cable 6 into the back. Get some slack here. I'm going to knit those first 3 stitches for my border. And the 6 in the back is offset. So when we did the front, we did the cable 6 in front, and then the last was knit 6. So this time we're going to offset it. So we're going to knit 6 stitches first. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. All right, so now we're going to cable 6 into the back. So I'm going to put this and lay it in the front. And I'm going to take 3 stitches off with my cable needle, lay it in the back, and then we're going to knit 3 stitches, and then we don't want to lose those. Now we're going to cross these over. We're going to knit those 3 off with the cable needle. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to knit 6, and we'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're offsetting these front cables to back cables. So we're going to lay this in the front, slip 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to knit 3 stitches, and it's a little tricky kind of getting that cable needle out of the way. It's not really out of the way, I just kind of work around it. Now we don't want to lose those 3 stitches. Knit those 3 off the cable needle. And we'll knit these last 3 stitches for the border. All right, now we're going to purl, knit, purl. And that is it. That is your pattern. And look, that is so awesome. I so love that. Okay, so I just want to keep knitting this and I don't want to stop at my swatch. I want this to be something. I think this would make a lovely scrunchy cowl. So anyways, that is sand tracks. So that's what that pattern is called. And you learned how to cable in the front and the back, which is really, it looks lovely whenever you put those together, and we offset them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's stitch, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.